What is a Scrum of Scrums? A technique to scale Scrum up to large groups, over a dozen people, consisting of dividing the groups into Agile teams of 5 to 10. Each daily Scrum within a subteam ends by designating one member as ambassador to participate in a daily meeting with ambassadors from other teams, called the Scrum of Scrums. Depending on the context, ambassadors may be technical contributors, or each team's Scrum Master, or even managers of each team. The Scrum of Scrums proceeds otherwise as a normal daily meeting, with ambassadors reporting completions, next steps, and impediments on behalf of the teams they represent. Resolution of impediments is expected to focus on the challenges of coordination between the teams. Solutions may entail agreeing to interfaces between teams, negotiating responsibility boundaries, etc. The Scrum of Scrum will track these items via a backlog of its own, where each item contributes to improving between team coordination. Let's first establish that growth is not the same as scaling. Adding more people to the same problem only makes solving that problem harder. The Scrum of Scrums methodology was first implemented in 1996 by Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schwaber, two pioneers of the Scrum framework. Both Sutherland and Schwaber needed a way to coordinate 8 business units with multiple product lines per business unit and synchronize individual teams with each other. So they tried a new way to scale Scrum teams to accomplish this goal. The experience inspired Sutherland to publish an article in 2001 titled Agile Can Scale, Inventing and Reinventing Scrum in 5 Companies, which mentions Scrum of Scrums for the first time publicly. Organizations typically use this approach as a first step to scale agile and organize delivery of larger and complex products, conducting a Scrum of Scrums. A Scrum of Scrums, or Meta-Scrum, may be used in environments that have multiple Scrum teams. The purpose of the Scrum of Scrums is to provide a platform for cross-team collaboration and planning, highlighting dependencies, and addressing points of integration or conflict. The Scrum of Scrums is a time-boxed session in which a representative from each team shares high-level updates on their respective team's work and articulates their progress and impediments. Ideally, it should follow the various teams' daily stand-ups, so that the latest information is communicated. While daily Scrum meetings are used for quick updates, not problem-solving, the Scrum of Scrums is not bound by the same rule. If a problem is identified in the Scrum of Scrums and all parties needed to make a decision are in attendance, the issue can be addressed at that time, just be sure scheduling permits. Conducting a Meta-Scrum. Team representatives attending the Scrum of Scrums may be technical contributors, or the team's Scrum Master or product owner. Teams should also alternate their representatives over the course of the project. Oftentimes the Scrum Master will attend with an alternating team member to ensure they are not only able to represent the team, but are also better able to resolve issues that come up during the session. During the Scrum of Scrums, each team representative answers the following questions. What has your team done since we last met? What will your team do before we meet again? Is anything slowing your team down or getting in their way? Are you about to put something in another team's way? While it may be suggested to have the session on a daily basis, the frequency of the Meta-Scrum should be determined by the teams and scheduled as it will add the most value, for example, daily, 2x per week, etc. Benefits of a Meta-Scrum. The Scrum of Scrums is also an approach to scale Scrum up to larger groups, typically over a 12+ people, where the groups will be divided into Agile teams of 5 to 10 members. While the various individual teams are able to focus on their work, the Meta-Scrum also ensures cross-coordination and communication. And that concludes our review of the Scrum of Scrums. Thanks for listening.